A young carer is a young person under the age of 18 who has caring responsibility. This is usually for a family member who has a disability, long-term illness, mental illness, or an addiction. Young carers can go unidentified and are often hidden. However, so many young carers have found caring to be a rewarding experience that has helped to shape their future.
I cared for my younger brother, Ian. He's autistic.
I care for my dad, and because he's disabled and he's in a wheelchair and he needs help like most of the time.
She was going through chemotherapy. She got diagnosed with cancer in January.
I care for my mum who has multiple sclerosis.
So we're sisters, and my dad is my mum's full-time carer. My mum's disabled, she's got fibromyalgia. And then our oldest sister, Abigail, she has personality disorder.
My brother, he was severely disabled, brain damage, scoliosis, feeding, waking up, moving, changing, dressing. He passed away about 7 years ago, this month actually.
When he got to a certain age, we realised that he wasn't developing at the same speed as everyone else, so we realised that he was autistic. So from there on in, I suppose there was a small amount of carer role, and it just become more pronounced. Probably why you don't really think of it as such a big deal. It's just part of family life.
He can't walk and he's got this illness where like his bones like can break easily and stuff.
Young carers have given us one-to-one support. They've come to our house and talked us through things and gave us support at home. We've had support at school from young carers and support from school. We've had groups.
Mainly just from young carers. I haven't really had any other support from anyone else. One-to-one group stuff that kind of been going on different outings as well.
It helped me a lot when I actually got identified as in secondary school, because I started actually doing well, and I got support because they identified that carers can sometimes have like depression and stuff, so they got someone in from HYC.
Yeah, now we get like support in school and like we're like part of a little community and stuff, and it's really enjoyable and it supports everyone as a young carer, and it helps us and all builds up our character and stuff.
The groups themselves, the teenage carer groups and the youth groups, they were good just as a nice break, and once just to hang out with people that had similar sort of backgrounds and things. You knew that if you needed to speak to some of the youth workers, then it was a good sort of chance to air some of your concerns and things that you don't always want to burden your parents with. We had to research something and tell the class about it, so I told people about my little brother and autism, and I think some of the teachers even then were surprised. So I don't think it was common knowledge. I always knew that something was different. So as I was growing up, I just developed a natural sort of role for it. But with friends growing up, it was particularly noticeable. Some people just don't cope with very well at all. And if you had people around for the weekend, like a friend would come over, some people react very badly to it. And it's not always their fault. Not everyone has that experience, but there's sometimes people almost treat you like it's contagious, and they panic to get away. It's hard not to find that hurtful.
It's hard seeing somebody who's normally looking after you and being the one caring for you. For the roles to be reversed, it's hard, especially like something like chemotherapy, when it's just poisons going through their body, and the after effects is absolutely horrible. Seeing my mum go through that was horrible, but to give back something to what she's given me for 18 years, it's one of the not best feelings, but it's nice to be able to give back to her.
When I've been a young carer, the whole time I've made new friends, and I've got to know more people than I would normally do just walking around my village. And then no, because the normal reasons, I want my mum to care for me, not necessarily me having to care for my mum.
It was, I said, it felt fairly normal. Just it was definitely more stressful than a lot of people my age would have had. There's a lot more worries and responsibilities and things like that. Although it was shared out between the rest of my family, we do always worry about people but on the other side of it, it's quite rewarding because when he's happy, he's very happy, and you know everyone feels sort of moved by it as well. So it's nice to know that if my little brother does need anything, that I'm one of the people that he turns to. We got married. He did a wedding in front of everyone, and although it was like one of the first times I've ever seen him nervous, it was one of the best things of the day. He's my little brother, and you always feel proud of your younger siblings, but to watch him stand up and read the whole thing.
It was a rewarding upbringing. You learn a lot of different things. I would say, and a lot of people say, that I've matured before I was old enough to. No, I matured quicker than most of my peers around me. I learned to respect and understand the other disabilities and the other people that may have problems.
What he said just felt a bit more special because of who he is.
Sometimes it does get upsetting, like when you find out something about my dad, like there's something else wrong with him or something.
I've got many friends that are going through the same thing as me, not necessarily looking after their mum, but most of my friends go to young carers or need to go to young carers. So I think because of young carers I've made new friends, and I've learnt that I'm not the only one that's actually caring for my mum or my sister.
I think it's like being part of a community and having friends and socialising with like all the carers.
That there are people out there who I can talk to, like, because before I was identified as a young carer, I kind of felt on my own.
Having a bit more of a appreciation for what it was to be like a kid who also has more responsibilities and that sort of thing than other people.
I didn't realise who I could talk to. I kind of just felt I should keep it all to myself.
That it was okay to struggle with things sometimes, and when I joined Young Carers and I had the support, then I understood it a little bit better. That you are a young carer in the first place, I think, was quite a big deal, and knowing that made it a lot easier.
Young carers having a bigger voice, the wider world knowing that young carers are a massive part of the caring facilities.
Just for people to be identified earlier, because there's so many people who, like me, who weren't identified until they're teenagers, and they need the support much earlier than some people are getting.
More advertising into schools. I walked in year 7 with no one even knowing what young carers was, because I know a bunch of my friends and a bunch of little kids that should be at young carers, but they're just too afraid to go because they think they're going to be judged, or they think they're going to be taken the mick out of. If people talk to them about their experiences, maybe they would understand that they can get help and they're not always on their own.
We're a massive community and we know what each other's going through.
Hopefully you all now have a deeper and more informed understanding of what life can be like for young carers. Maybe you didn't even know we existed until today. So many people don't, like some of my friends and teachers at school. The scary thing is that any of us may need to be cared for in the future, maybe by somebody just like me. It is hard, but just imagine what the world would be like if we didn't do what we do.